Hey, Carnivore Hunters, this is Rick. I came across this article from this guy by the name of Andrew Gruel, Gruel. And it's an opinion piece: why your New Year's resolution health goals fail and how to fix it. And then there's a little caption here that thanks to RFK Jr.'s many Americans are paying closer attention to their diets and the processed foods we consume. I don't think that's true. Uh, there's so many people out there that would rather take a pill to fix their problems than to eat a proper human diet, as Dr. Ken Berry would say. So let's go through this article right quick, and I'm just going to throw in my 2 cents, my opinion, and let me know in the comments if you agree or disagree with me. Most of us carnivores out there, we've been at it for many months or many years, and it to me, it's the way to go. It's hard not to fail when you're on the carnivore diet. So, and this Andrew, the author here, I don't know what he considers a healthy diet. I'm assuming he's probably eating a bunch of fruits and vegetables, or maybe not fruits, vegetable. Maybe he's more of a keto guy. He doesn't really say, I don't think, but let's go through this really quick, and I'll throw in my 2 cents as we go. It's a familiar cycle, he says. We set ambitious New Year's resolutions only to find ourselves falling short a few weeks later. True. That happened to me with keto. If this sounds like your experience, you're not the only one. I've been there too, and I know how frustrating it can be. Inevitably, most of our New Year's goals revolve around food and fitness. I think that's a true statement. The vision of a fitter, healthier version of ourselves in the mirror is a powerful motivator. We're confident that by the year's end, we'll have a six pack and be in the best shape of our lives. That's the hope, right? That's why you jump onto these diets. As the days pass, motivation slowly fades, and within months, most of us are back to eating fast food and stacking up cheat days until we are deep in nutritional debt. I like that. I like how he worded that. It's so true. I've been there many times over many years. Sure, it's nice to fantasize about eating better, but actually achieving that goal, well, that's a different matter. Before we know it, we're bidding adieu to our dreams of a six-pack and settling for another pizza and Coke. So true. Perhaps you're already feeling frustrated about your 2025 goals. If so, you're far from alone. Here's an interesting part. Data shows that 23% of people quit their goals within the first week, while only 8% last a month or more. It makes me wonder if that data is correct, because there are so many carnivores out there that I believe are sticking to it, or they're at least, 80, 90% carnivore, and or maybe even ketovore. So I don't know if I buy that, but it could be somewhat accurate. But remember, you're not a statistic. You have the power to change your habits and achieve your goals. As Robert F. Kennedy takes place in the Trump administration as health secretary, many Americans are paying closer attention to their diets and the artificial processed food we pump into our bodies. We love to come alongside RFK and purge our pantries of these unnatural ingredients. But how? Bad food is so ubiquitous that it seems impossible to truly eat clean. I don't know. When I started carnivore, my wife also started carnivore. She's more of a ketovore now. But we went through our pantry and our refrigerator, and we threw anything that was ultra processed, we threw it away. All the seed oils, we threw it away. And our pantry and our refrigerator is still full of keto or carnivore foods. That that was about two, three, maybe $400 worth of crap we threw away. He goes on, I've discovered that the key to making your food and fitness goals last more than a week is turning them into family projects. Don't try to do it alone. Trust me, it is much harder that way. Bring your whole family along. Get everyone excited about eating healthier and watch as your results improve and your waistline shrinks. Uh, that's a good approach if you can get everybody on board and to stay on board. Of course, this raises the $1,000,000 question: how can we make eating healthy and engaging for the family? One of the most common myths about dieting is that healthy foods are boring and expensive, but it definitely does not have to be that way. Yeah, steak, red meat is not boring. It's once you break that, and Doug and I have said this many times. Once you break that ultra processed food habit, you're going to find yourself craving animal products, the red meat, the eggs, the bacon. And when that's all you eat, it's not boring at all. It's what you start to crave once you break those bad habits. And with keto, it wasn't that way for me. It wasn't that way for me until I went carnivore. Uh, there might be some other people out there with more willpower that can do more the keto version of this, but let's continue on. Cooking your own food does not mean that you have to buy bland, healthy ingredients. A it's not a study in barley and wheatgrass. Instead, using real ingredients cuts out enough of the processed junk that makes us unhealthy. Things like seed oils, added sugars, trans fats, preservatives, food dyes, excessive sodium, and so on. Simply taking this crucial first step will set you on the path to food freedom. I totally agree with that. You might be asking yourself, what does that have to do with cooking with my family? Well, as I proved in my recent cookbook, it is possible to make fun family meals that are also good for you. My wife and kids help curate each recipe that appeared in my cookbook, and they love them all. The problem is that too many Americans are too busy to prepare meals with their families. True statement. When I cook steaks, I cook like four steaks at once. One for my wife and eat, one for my wife and I to eat when it comes off the grill. Once she gets off work, she's a day shift worker, and then one to take to work that same day or the following day. Grabbing a quick bite from the drive-through or tossing a pre-made casserole into the oven has become much more convenient. And we will do some carnivore casseroles, and that'll feed us for 3 to 5 days. Unfortunately, these kinds of meals, chock full of the fake foods RFK seeks to eliminate, are the most damaging to our health. Last year, nearly 80% of Americans reported feeling too tired to cook dinner at least once per week. Additionally, one-fifth claimed they fell asleep while making their food. Our fast-paced lives have robbed us of more than just healthy diets. They have also drained us of valuable family time. That is because of the sugar and the high-processed foods. They're making you tired. When you go carnivore, keto, you get that energy back. Americans eat a lot. We don't cook enough. How many of our health and relationship problems would be solved if we only took the time to prepare and enjoy quality dishes together rather than warming up a microwavable dinner and going our separate ways uh, for lonely, isolated meal times. Cooking and eating together as a family promotes healthier eating habits, strengthens family bonds, and creates lasting memories. So true. Families don't eat together anymore, especially if you're raising kids. You got mom and dad both working, running in all different directions. You got kids in sports or daycare or whatever. Families just don't sit down like they used to eat dinner. It just doesn't seem to happen a lot these days. It is time to get American families back into the kitchen. As we seek to solidify our goals for the new year, RFK prepares to launch its crusade against corrupt food manufacturers. There's never been a better time to bring the whole family along for a journey into the food freedom. That's one goal you don't have to fail. Um, so, for all you people out there that are not already carnivore or keto, I encourage you 30 days. Try carnivore for 30 days. And if it goes well and you're not bored, go for 60 and 90. Uh, I'm telling you, you're going to start craving the meat rather than the highly processed foods. And if you do get tired of steak, last night I made a big 5 egg cheese omelet. Um, there's ways to spice up the carnivore diet so you're not eating red meat every day. Uh, I'll go and buy the peel and eat shrimp. We did this yesterday. My wife and I, we bought some peel and eat shrimp, and we put the tartar sauce aside, and we just ate the shrimp. So there's a lot of ways to keep spicing up. Is it more expensive? Maybe, but I think it's a wash because all that money you dump into highly processed foods, and then if you become overweight, diabetic, I've reversed my type 2 diabetes, and I don't have to take those medications or go see the doctor about it anymore. So there's a trade with more expensive food, the right kind of food, and your health, and you know where you're going to. Do you want to spend half your time, or 3, 4, 5 times a year in the doctor's office, or eat healthy? I mean, it's a wash to me. And so, anyways, thanks for watching, and we'll talk to you all next time. Have a great night.